Next up, we have Dr. Stephanie Boehm, being presented by former Concordia women's hockey and women's golf head coach Jim Ingman.
Thank you, Matt. It's an honor to be here today. It's pretty remarkable for me to think. Steph was one of our first recruits, my first recruits here at Concordia. We were very lucky, let's just say at most, to be able to get an athlete of Steph's quality here. We could sell something that nobody else at the time really could. The ability to play two sports, the ability to get a wonderful education, and the ability to be part of something special. And that resonated a long way from the minute Steph stepped on campus to when she graduated and to today. Steph graduated 2011, exercise phys, just for a background. She's a recent graduate of National University of Health Sciences with a doctorate in chiropractic. Probably from there, it's really remarkable when I look at her is that she owns her own private clinic that cares for animals. She's the head of physical medicine in Park Ridge, Illinois for Aligned Modern Health Clinic. But getting back to Steph, the athlete, it was a really unique time, like I said, when she came here. Joe Cully happened to be talking to her on the side. I came here, started actually recruiting one of her really good friends, and then it just came to tuition that we had the opportunity to do two sports. And at the time, that was something that till this day I was encouraged, but we were able to make it work. And when Steph came here from De Pere High School, if you know about De Pere High School, just De Pere in general, a couple of high schools, but they're very competitive programs. They do very well in athletics. But she was dedicated from day one. And when I say about dedication, to be a two-sport athlete in a emerging sport in hockey, and really at that time, when I think about volleyball was on the uptick, going up. When Steph came here, it was like the start of really something special for volleyball. For her career here, it continued to go up and up and up to a conference title. I came from other universities, and by far it was the best volleyball I ever watched. And that wasn't just a credit to her, it was a credit to her teammates and Joe Colley, the coach of the volleyball team at the time. To watch them play, it was absolute domination at the end to watch. Where players, to be funny, would actually, when they go up to either spike the ball or set the ball or do it, when you see the ball going to the net, sometimes you see the other teams actually duck away, trying to get out of the way of what was about to come. As it was two very good volleyball players up front that would, I think, get a lot of excitement out of keying off on other players. But a little bit about coaching Steph. I'm sure Joe can say the thing. She was a coach's dream. She really was. She listened, asked questions. She was very vocal, but she was a true leader. Obviously, I didn't coach her in volleyball, but in hockey, probably there's two YouTube videos out there if you ever get a look at them. Steph's involved in both of them. They're physical in nature, as in women's sports that actually are throwing punches. But there was one that's not on YouTube that I'll remember to this day, as we were playing Finlandia here, actually. And one of our players, the game was a blowout, and our player got cheap shot and ran. And Steph, I didn't say a word. I looked at her and I just shook my head. She jumped the bench, went on right wing. Puck dropped. Next thing I know, this Finlandia player is face down on the ice. It wasn't not even a try for the puck, nothing. And it wasn't like it was going to be fair either. I'm not sure. I think Steph's about 6'1", and the Finlandia player was 5'4", 5'3". So yeah, we played. But Steph thought a lot like a coach at the time, but she really cared about her teammates. A little bit you can read obviously in the bios and that, but in volleyball, Steph was senior year was an All-American honorable mention. She was all Midwest region team. In her career here in the NAC, she was a 3-time All-NAC first team, All-NAC rookie team. Holds number of career records, and second all time with 1,452 kills, ranking 5th. But I think what means the most is if you look at Steph's whole package of what she brought here, she was the role model athlete that you can continue to build programs after. Obviously, that shows what she went on to do since she left here, and really honored for her to be back here today. And another thing I should show you that both Muriel and Steph talk about the teammates that showed up to be here today with her when she goes in, when they both go into the Hall of Fame. So I'm really honored to have recruited, coached, and really grateful that Concordia could put such a great and wonderful person into the Hall of Fame today. Come on up, Dr., which hard to get used to saying, but Dr. Stephanie Boehm. Congratulations.
First off, I'll start by thanking everybody for being here. If you know me, you know public speaking is a top 3 most terrifying experience, so I'll keep this brief. I had the pleasure of playing 2 sports for 4 years while at Concordia, and I'll ask you all to turn to my page and note that I officially participated in 1 practice for lacrosse here in 2011, so I'm listed as a 3-sport athlete now for that. Probably my proudest accomplishment here. I also have the pleasure of having teammates from both sports, and that being said, hockey and volleyball are not individual sports. I will absolutely give credit to my teammates who, without them, I would not have been able to accomplish all I did while I was here. And with the time I spent at Concordia, absolutely laid the groundwork for my future going on into medical school, which was no joke, but after playing 2.2 sports here at Concordia, I felt I could tackle just about anything. And thankfully, for those who were here the inaugural season of the women's hockey team back in 2007, I was not officially on the team until they had made themselves well known throughout campus those first few months. For those who remember some of the fun activities that happened. I didn't join till later, which I was proud to after the fact, but they definitely made a statement. As for the volleyball program, Coach Colley couldn't be here today, but he helped to develop and grow me into the player that I became, as well as Coach Ingman. He supported me throughout the entire 4 years of nonstop sports, including me transitioning sometimes within 24 hours from one sport that involved jumping upwards to skating on ice forwards, which wasn't very pretty, but he dealt with me those first few weeks. And also the training staff here, who there are some in attendance who remember me very clearly for my particular table, bench, and many hours spent in the training room. Thank you guys for keeping me put together. But I'm very honored to have received this award, and thank you all for coming out today.